Welcome to Simple Roots Radio with Alexa Schirm. Alexa believes that simplicity in life is the key to achieving true and lasting health. A nutritionist by trade, Alexa has rebelled against common misconceptions about nutrition and has created a realistic health style that will allow you to live a healthy, satisfied, and more simplistic life. It's raw, it's real, it's unfiltered. It's Simple Roots Radio. And now your host, Alexa Schirm.
Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to the very first episode of my brand new show, Simple Roots Radio. I'm really excited to bring you this new podcast as this is something that's been in the works for a while now. My goal and purpose of this first episode is to give you a little backstory on why I wanted to start a podcast and what you can expect from the show. So you're probably wondering what this podcast is all about. My mission and belief is that simplicity in life, from how you live to what you eat, is instrumental for achieving true and lasting health. And just to give you a little backstory on who I am and how my health journey started, I can tell you I'm an Iowan. I live in a very small town in Iowa, and when I was in high school, I was athletic and pretty fit. But I didn't really care about my health or what I put into my body. Obviously, I wanted to stay healthy and I wanted my body to look a certain way, as most high schoolers do, but I was eventually diagnosed with GERD, which is a form of acid reflux. Fortunately, I had a very wise doctor who told me that if I just changed my life from the way that I lived and what I put in my body, that I could get rid of the disease that was now labeled upon me. It was at that moment that I realized I wasn't indestructible and that my health really was in the midst of my own hands. What I was choosing to do was having a huge impact on my overall health. And this is when I began to realize what an impact this was having across the board. I noticed it in my friends and my family members, which gave me this interest in health. So after graduating from high school, I went on to college and graduated with a degree in nutrition. But I have to tell you that it just didn't all add up. It wasn't all making sense in my head. What we were taught wasn't really in my head how true and lasting health was being achieved. So I started to look outside the box and I started to research and watch people who had true and lasting health and how they lived their life. I wanted to know and understand how lasting health was achieved. So I began getting into the more holistic side of nutrition and realized that it was the whole picture, not a one-size-fits-all approach. If there was a one-size-fits-all approach, we'd be a nation of thin, healthy, happy people, but we're not. So we have to know that just because there's a new diet or fad going around, it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And if it does, fantastic. But we all have to understand that we need to develop a life we can live for the rest of our life. It's not just a quick fix or something that you will do now in hopes that it will stick. It's not a means of deprivation, restriction, and starvation, but rather a means of really enjoying the source of life, the food that we eat, and understanding that happiness is going to help us get there. And that's when I started putting the whole picture together and understanding that nutrition and exercise are just pieces of the puzzle. And without all of the other pieces, we would never understand and truly experience lasting health. And so that is really my why with the podcast, to help bring all the pieces of the puzzle together, helping you to overcome the urgency to jump from fad diet to fad diet or whatever is on the cover of the next magazine, and understanding that true and lasting health comes from within. It is in your hands, and you and your story are different from everyone else's. So it's really about looking from within and having a deep understanding of our own body. It is by far smarter than any other set of rules on the planet. And so if we can start to connect with how our body feels and what works well and what doesn't to truly know ourselves, then we can ultimately experience true and lasting health. And this comes from every single piece of the puzzle, not just the nutrition aspect or not just the exercise level, but how we sleep and how we live, our stress level, and our happiness meter. All of these things come together and more to make lasting health possible. And this is why I'm so excited to get started on this journey. You truly are unique. We all are unique. And so my goal is to help you find the best of the best simple strategies that you can take and change from nutrition to exercise, sleep habits, and even goal setting to help you live your best life in a relaxed and fun atmosphere. If you want a healthy life that comes easy, then this podcast is for you. Each week, we will get to sit down and chat with a lifestyle influencer, expert, or even solo episodes where we will work to live a simpler, happier, and healthier life, all done realistically. At the end of each episode, you can know that you will have a realistic action that you can take and implement into your life for ultimate success. It's your one-stop shop for learning what is working and what isn't working right now. So my why is simply to help you break free of the chaos that nutrition has gotten us and to end the misery of the number on the scale, counting calories, and fearing food, to truly understand that it isn't just about what we put in our body, although trust me, we'll get into that as well, but it's also about the life you live, your happiness level, and your excitement for each day. It allows you to have freedom, peace of mind, and the ultimate health you've been looking for. I can assure you, this is not a podcast dictating another set of rules, which is going to create restriction, deprivation, starvation, and in the end, panic, worry, and irritation. Nope, those days are over. I promise never to waste your time with less than a stellar show featuring some of the leading experts and even everyday people like you and me who are just looking to achieve lasting health that is simplistic and realistic. So with that, I'm here to honor your time. A couple of resources you may find useful on this journey: my blog, simplerootswellness.com, which houses a number of delicious, simplistic, and very healthy foods. Trust me, they are like the most indulgent of health foods, you won't even know it. I would also encourage you to sign up for my newsletter to receive a free weekly meal plan prep list, taking some stress and time off your life, as well as updates and a glimpse into my own personal life. I also have a number of courses and programs that can be found on my site that can help accelerate your nutrition knowledge and really understand that your body is your best tool for ultimate health. Now let me give you a virtual high five and let's get started on this journey. Your aha moment is awaiting. Don't forget to rate and review this show to help increase the likeliness that it will get seen by others like you who may find this beneficial. By rating and reviewing the podcast, you are not only getting your own dose of health and happiness each week, but you're sharing the love by opening the door to someone else. To rate and review, go to simplerootswellness.com/iTunes. Don't forget to visit the show notes for the ins and outs of each episode, including this one. They can always be found at simplerootswellness.com/ followed by the episode number. Thanks for listening, and remember, there is a simple plan out there. Are you ready to get started?